Okay, so we're gonna wrap this baby up. So, like I said, I've been visualizing a nice, clean exchange, peaceful, just kind of exactly what I wanted. So I met Diana and her boyfriend in the mall, across the street from where I live, and we ended up getting there about 15 minutes early. Just like The Wire. When you're gonna go and do something, you gotta go and scope it out and be there early. I'm just being funny, but we got there 15 minutes early so we could be there waiting for him. So we walk in, and his two employees that kind of help out around the school, who are always so very nice and kind and everything, they were looking like, oh, shoot. And I don't know if it's because, it was three black people, of African descent, or, just brown. Because, you don't see that. And there's like three of us. But we weren't in there like mean mugging, rolling up. We were just like, oh, hey. And I was like, oh, hello. And, everything. And then, we just sat and we waited. And the way it was set up, there was a table. So I was sitting right here on the outside of the table. I had this like bright pink shirt on. Then you had the other side of the table, and then you had this couch. And so Diana and her boyfriend were sitting on the couch. So it's like they were sunken down, just a tiny bit more. So 2:00 hits, and I'm pretty sure the employees called him, let him know that we were, that we were there and everything. So then I knew, but he had to show up because he had classes. So 2:00 hit, and SKB started walking, and it's like when he saw me, he had that crazy look on his face, and then he got ready. It's like it looked like he was getting ready to like walk right past me and go back, into his office or something, or maybe because I already decided there's nothing else for us to discuss. It's just exchange the documents. If he resisted, I was going to ask him one more time, like, okay, are you saying that you're not going to give me my documents back? And if he did, then boom, I was going to be in a taxi to the embassy immediately after we left, and calling my lawyer. Like, that was going to be the end of it. So he, started walking, and I kept telling Diana, I said, this should only take like 5 minutes or 2 minutes because we're just exchanging information and that's it. So, but she had to go to work. So he starts walking, and then it's like he saw me, and it looked like he was getting ready to, just to walk past me and head back to the office, or, ask me to come back to the office to speak or something. And then he saw Diana and her boyfriend, and he just smiled. And, I was very pleasant too. And I just said, hi, SKB, how are you? This is Diana, and this is her boyfriend. And that was it. Put his briefcase onto the table, took out the Ziploc bag. There were my documents, my passport, and then he threw in like 110 US dollars. I have no idea why. I gave him his phone back, the keys, the security card, and like $50 US. It was in, the rupiah currency. And then he says, no. I don't want your money. Oh, great. Because like sometimes when people, I have this whole thing, like I'm learning, how to accept. You don't want my money? Great. I'll take it back. Thanks. Wonderful. I had been praying. I had been asking God and the angels and Jesus to intercede on this man's heart, and for him to let it go. I mean, I was just really, I believe miracles are real and they happen all the time. So I just need a miracle. Like, even if he's not completely turned around, I just need him in that moment to just peacefully give me my documents. Like, that's all I cared about. And he did that. And then he walked away, and with his tail in between his legs. And I said, all right, our work here is done. And then me and Diana and her boyfriend, we got up and we were walking out, and they were like, wow, like that was really easy. Like I was ready to, do whatever it took to get these documents, and like, because we didn't know what was going to happen and everything. So then I get into the taxi, go to my new employer. They make the hard offer to me. I had the documents, had everything. And she said, okay, great. Come back tomorrow, sign the contract. So the next day I come back, sign the contract. It's a great great deal. It's still very close to my house, so it's even better because before I was going to have to travel, I think 5 of the days to central Jakarta and deal with traffic and everything else. This place is in walking distance. There is another location, but it's still within the same like province, where I am, where I live and everything, which is like a blessing to be able to live and work in the same city and area, of Jakarta. And it's so cool because I get to work with Diana, and she works there. And yeah, it was like really easy. And then that same day that I signed the contract was also, well, the day before it's Indonesia's Independence Day. And even as we speak, there's like fireworks going off. And people are like in a very festive mood and everything. And there's gonna be like a 2-week break, so I get to go to Bali. I went ahead and decided to extend my trip. I'm like, why am I only gonna go to Bali for 3 days? So I extended my trip, so I get to see 2 areas of Bali instead of just one. And I'm able to do yoga and to meditate and just kind of heal and really take this whole situation was a blessing because it taught me so much about myself.